Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. So for today, I'm going to show you how I sculpt this shape right here, which this is called a Russian almond. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, if anyone doesn't know what a Russian almond is, okay, I made little drawings of fingers, okay, so I'll get to that in a second. So basically a Russian almond is going to have it's going to have a parallel upper and lower arch. Your upper arch is primarily in the back third of your nail, okay? And let's say your lower arch would be here, which is your free edge. Okay, then when you sculpt out the nail, depending on the length, then you're going to come to a angle right over here. Okay, so when I say that the nail shape is going to have a parallel upper and lower arch, I mean that the upper arch here and the lower arch here, this is going to be parallel and that is going to be parallel. Okay, so now let's go to here. I can't remember who I exactly learned this from to give credit, but if I do, I will give them credit on the screen in here. A nail tech helped me once with forms and shapes. So whether you're doing let's say if you're doing a square nail, a tapered square, or something even more advanced. Well, I know Russian almond is a little bit more advanced, but let's think of salon shapes right now. If you're doing, say, a square or a tapered square from the side view, so meaning from the side view like this, you want your shape to resemble the shape of the nail is going to resemble a rectangle from the side view. This is the side view. So from the side view, if I look at my nail like this, it's going to resemble a rectangle. So your upper arch, meaning back here, and my lower arch, my free edge, everything is parallel. So that will resemble more of a rectangle. Okay. Now for something more like a almond, stiletto, ballerina, you want more of an obtuse triangle, okay? So you have a rectangle, okay, and then your obtuse triangle. So that is how I generally look at my nails from the side view, okay? Is the side view, meaning this, is the shape of the nail going to be more of a rectangle or an obtuse triangle? So up here, let me draw that out for you. Okay, so let's say this one is going to fall under our rectangle. So let's make this one a square nail. So you're going to go out parallel from the sidewalls. You want them straight out and straight across. That's your tapered square. That's your rectangle. From the top view, from the side view, it's going to look something like this, okay? Top view, meaning how you look at it this way, or side view, how you're looking at it this way, okay? So that is your rectangle. Your tapered square is going to go in just ever so slightly, let's say like this. It's going to get angled in ever so slightly. Okay, where those pencil marks in. I know they're not even, but let's just say, just for sake of argument, this is, you know, the pencil is more of your tapered and the red is more of your square. So now this one is going to look more like your obtuse triangle, okay? So let's go up here. Let's say we're going to do stiletto. So now say I want the end to be right here where that dot is. That end is going to be now an even line where that dot is. That I want to make sure I have an invisible line going down the center of the nail to where the end is. And then when I sculpt it out, it's going to be like that. Okay, so the end of the nail on, say, your stiletto and almond, wherever the end point is, you want to make sure you have that invisible line going straight down the nail, same on how you're going to fit your form. Now for the side view, it's going to look a little bit different. Okay. Now say that is your side view of your stiletto. Okay, now if this was a ballerina, you would just take off the end. And if this was an almond, what I would do is I would slightly round up the free edge when I file. Your apex is either going to be in the back third of the nail, or usually it's going to be halfway down. Okay, so depending on where you are, one of those two could be an apex. Usually more from what I've seen, a lot of American nail techs will place their apex more in the center of the nail, where more Europeans like to place their apex in the back third. I like to place my apex in the back third. So this is just a real quick explanation of angles and a Russian almond. I know I went slightly off topic with different shapes. I hope this helps. And now let's continue on with how I sculpt my Russian almond. Now, two things that I'm going to use to tailor my nail forms is I'm going to use these scissors here, and I'm going to use a white gel pen. I'm going to take the tab off of here, and I'm going to stick it on the back of the nail form going this way, so it has a little bit of extra support. Okay, now when you take the form off of the roll, it's going to be flat like this. I'm going to take the form, I'm going to use my thumbs, and I'm going to roll it like this to give the form a little bit more of a C curve. So when I'm done rolling it, you can see it's now more curved. It's not so flat. I'm going to take the end, I don't want to line this up, and I'm going to lightly pinch the end of the form lightly pinch the end of the form right here. So that way I have something to hold on to. Now this is where you want to pay attention to the lines on the side of the form. I'm going to put this on like this. Now, since we're doing a Russian almond, when I said before that you need a parallel upper and lower arch, I'm going to pay attention to this line right here. And if you see, that line is more pointed down this way. When it's coming, there's the free edge of my nail. That shape, the bottom line, meaning this here, my lower arch is going to be pointed down. I don't want that. I want my lower arch to go out straight this way. So what I'm going to do is I want to open the tabs. And I want to pick this up like so. So that way the bottom comes out straight. Now the end is tilted up quite a bit, but when I hold the file going from the end of where I want this shape, and that's going to be a number 5, when I hold it this way, it's now going to be parallel. So if you can imagine, I will have my parallel upper and lower arch when I sculpt this out. So the file meaning my upper arch, and that'll go this way, and that bottom line would be my lower arch. So that gap in my free edge right here will almost be like what some nail techs call like a hidden apex. It'll add a little bit extra support by the free edge, okay? So I'm gonna take the white gel pen and just make a line like so. So that way I know where to cut the form. So that way the form will fit even more snug than it already is right now. Now tailoring that nail form, how nice and snug that form is right to the free edge of my nail. So first we're going to start off filing our free edge, this section right here. And I want to make sure this is I want to make sure when I file this is going to be straight. So I'm using the Lexi file, the 100-180. So in a second, I'm going to be showing you the side profile of my nail. And if you remember from before where I was talking about an apex placement, this is me pointing out that I put my apex in the back third of my nail. So I hope that visually helps out. In the end, this is how everything turned out with me sculpting out my Russian almond. This is personally how I like to do my Russian almond. I'm not saying that this is the correct way. This is just the way I taught myself how to do this shape. This is absolutely one of my favorite shapes to do and for me to personally wear. Everything I used will be listed in the description box below, and if you stick around, I will be showing you in another video the design I will be doing on my nails. Talk to you soon. Bye.